to welcome each and every individual to Leverage. Hi, my name is Mark Boersma, along with Peter Miles and Tom Kuntz. And, you know, the individual who gave this to you today, I mean, thank them. If it's appropriate, if it's a mom or dad or a siblings or a loved one, you know, if it's appropriate, give them a hug for sure. If it's not, don't give them a hug because it might be a coworker or friend or who knows, maybe it's a total stranger. But today we're going to be talking about leverage, the magical arts of positive, and we emphasize positive motivation and manipulation. And then share this lesson with everybody else you know, because we're going to be talking about it's a gift lesson on internalization. So, Tom, why do you think internalization is so important? And why do you think it's so hard for people to internalize things?
Well, it's important because once you internalize it, then you can really start to take action against whatever it is that you've just internalized. Why is it hard? Because I think a lot of people don't understand the process of getting things done or moving forward with it. And internalization, to me anyway, is the thing that makes the whole process work.
It's interesting to me, Tom, you know, being, you know, a father of 7 kids and now 5 grandkids, being an international speaker and author, having 3 degrees in business, traveling the world, writing 16 books and over 70 white papers. I'm kind of ashamed, no, I'm very ashamed to say I've never realized until the course Leverage how important internalization was. Like it was an epiphany, an awakening to me, where it's like, Mark, if you could get your 7 kids, if you could get your 3 sons-in-laws, your daughter-in-laws, your 5 grandkids, your wife, if you could get your coworkers, Mark, if you could get your peers, if you could get people to internalize things, man, would it make your life a lot easier, because people, all of a sudden, it's like the light bulb goes off. Peter, you know, and being, you know, past board member of BMW, past president of Rolls-Royce, you know, traveling all around the world, any suggestions or tips, Peter, on internalization?
Well, to me, it's the moment where you learn. So it's a function of self-reflection. It's the moment where you take accountability, whether you recognize if you're on track or off track. It's the moment where you learn a lesson. It's when you internalize things.
See, it's interesting. When we were going through the course, I got so frustrated, and this is where, if you do register for the course, definitely get the backstage passes. I mean, it's worth its weight in gold. I mean, it's unbelievable. And I remember being very frustrated on a lesson, and I'm like, you know, people say, I get it, I understand it. Like, how many times have I heard my kids say, I understand that, Dad? And it's like, man, they're not understanding it. So I asked Tom, like, why do people say they get it, but then they don't? And he's like, oh, it's simple. It's not internal. They're not internalizing it. So if you're frustrated with anyone around you, or if you want to help anyone grow around you, internalization is the key. And so hopefully this short session is going to help you. Are you seeking clarity in any area of your life? What would you say your biggest challenge might be? If anyone could help you in any area of your life, what would you love help on? I mean, these are great questions. So jot these things down, you know, put a pause, jot these things down. Welcome to Engineer Clarity. And the Engineer Clarity model came from the Leverage model. They're slightly different. It's pretty interesting in being able to do it. When we learn to internalize anything in any area of our life, we learn faster, we accomplish more, earn more, work less, have less stress, and have greater life balance in every area of our life. So do you want to do that? Do you want that for people around you? And we all say we want that, but do we really want it? Have we really internalized it? Albert Einstein said you can never solve a problem on the level it was created. What does that mean? Well, I think it means that it would seem to mean that we have created our own challenges, our own problems, and solved those. And to solve those problems, those challenges we have created, we need to learn to think differently. And so there's this epiphany, there's this aha moment, there's something that like, wow, that's amazing. And Engineered Clarity helps us to do that. So when we look at the Engineered Clarity model, it's asking questions, then listening, and then see, and then true intentions, and then think, and then creating capability, and then internalization, and then do. So again, we're going to go through that. Hopefully this 7 minutes is going to rock your life, and you're going to go, whoa, I want to listen to the next 23 minutes. That's the goal. Like, to get excited and say, I want to listen to the next 23 minutes and really understand how to take surface memory and how to move it into deep memory, and then being able to how to move that into a reflex where we're just doing things. Like, it's just automatic in what we do. And so in Engineered Clarity, we're going to dig into, in the 23 minutes, so you'll for sure want to be around for that. We're going to break that down into the internalization. So we're going to take let's see, we still have 1 minute here. So we're going to go through this, and we'll go through it in more details. So it's going through and asking questions that create an awakening. And then why? Our why. Like, what's your life vision? Why were you put on this planet? And that gives us insights that then purifies our intentions, our motives, our hearts. Why are we really doing it? That creates a radical type of thinking that then increases our capability, which then leads to additional leverage, which then leads to internalization and change. And we know that based on how we do. So think about, what if everybody in your life understood all of this, which then leads to, oh, awesome, failure, and then we get it, which is humility, and then that feeds back into another awakening. So if you have any questions on anything that we covered in this, again, stick around for the 23-minute, or you can connect with the individual who invited you to participate, or you can call toll-free 888-230-2300. That's 888-230-2300. Or if you're calling in outside the U.S., you can call the U.S.-based number 630-393-9909. And we're going to take a short pause and move into 23 minutes. Here we go.